Hi friends, welcome back. And today we are going to discussing about Hover and tooltips in our Selenium with the TypeScript. Okay, here we are going to check one particular website, like how we can able to do Hover. Inside the Hover, after doing the Hovers, right? We are going to get some text on that, right? Now, if I hover in this particular tooltip, see here, now Hover content is displaying. Okay, the similar format if I do hover, it is overall it is giving for some text, right? How we can able to get it. If you click also, it will give you the same thing. Okay, this kind of tooltips, how some particular websites, right? This is not like that. Okay, there is be icon information icon will be there that they can call it as a tooltip. That specific location they can able to do that operations like clicking or in hover. Tooltip is basically they will keep it as a information type. Okay, whenever you in HR in that particular tooltip, it will give some certain information. Okay, here it is a simple example of okay, it's a buttons also sometimes it will give HR functionalities. Okay, and real time it will not be like that. There is a tooltip is there is information icon. Okay, tooltip is information icon. I symbol in the round mark it will be there. Okay, now I'm going to do for simple example. Okay, for this particular application I'm going to do. Okay, now I'm copying this one. Meanwhile we can create one file tc0 tc10 underscore tooltip. Okay, dot ts file. Now I'm copying this entire code. Okay, I'm pasting here. Now I'll take this URL, I'll paste it here. Okay, then I'm now simple and here await driver dot sleep and I will use for minimum of 5 seconds. Okay, because it will take some load. Okay, element I'm going to take. Okay, first I'll take this button as a HR functionality. Okay, and here I have already know the some of the locator directly I will take, but in your case it may be different. You have to use some debug functionality and then you need to identify those elements. Okay, see if you here HR in this particular location, right? See there is additional aerial describing body. Okay, that button tool tip. Okay, it is coming right. Inside that, what will happen? There is a tooltip inner attribute will be presented. That particular location, we have the text UR over the button is there. That text is presented different. Whenever you over, then only you can able to identify. For identification of this kind of information, you need to use for debugging or you can record any ID using like a playwright. You have recording function code generate, you can use that, you can identify quickly this particular section. Okay, in case if you are not able to identify by using that also, we have Selenium ID also, you can able to use the both the cases. Okay, now I'm going to take this particular ID. Now I'm going to use for constant h over element await driver dot find element, and I'm using for by dot id because we are using the id, and by section we need to import. Okay, now we are identifier our locator. Now in this locator we need to do for h over functionality. H over functionality we can able to use directly dot h over, or you can able to use for move to that particular element by using for action class. Okay, by using for action class. Anything, both the cases are will be as same. Okay, and I'm going to take as a, directly we can take for await drivers dot actions, okay, dot move, and we can call it as a original HOR element that is performing. Basically it will do the performance, okay, and we can wait for the element whether it will be HOR'd or not, okay. For this I'm going to use for 1000 seconds to wait for that. Now we'll run and see whether it will be do it or not, okay. Now I'm going to use for tooltip.ts file, okay. Now it is loading. CHO and text also displayed, right? Now my next target is like after H over, we need to get the text of the text appearance, which is the element it is having, that element. Okay, by default, it will be a tooltip hyphen inner. Okay, tooltip hyphen inner. In case this particular path is not identified in your case, try with the recording functionality. By default, they'll create inside the tooltip inner. Tooltip inner is nothing but wherever we are used that tooltips, right? The tooltips by default they will use this format. In case no means you can see that inner recording purpose you can try for any kind of Selenium ID or Playwright codes and anything you can use and you can identify. And we are going to print that tooltip information. Tooltip information like a HOVering that you hovered over the button. Okay, this is the information we are going to see in our console. Okay, we'll see. Okay, it is not taking as a class name and we'll use for CSS selector dot. HOVEred and value it is there. Okay, you can see you HOVEred over the button. Okay, we are able to see that particular text after we HOver, right? That we are able to see. 1 minute. Okay. Now we are able to do for HOver. Now even we can able to HOver in a button as well. We can able to HOver that particular button and then we can able to get that attribute value also. Okay. Now for this we are going to use for button HOver. Okay. And here we can able to use this is the button. Okay. And there is a ID and you can see here H over me to C. Okay, if you see here again, you H over the text field. Okay, here it is showing that you H over the text field. Sorry, that also we can able to see now. Okay, and now constant and H over button, and we can able to identify. Okay, now we are going to use for our button performance on H over functionality, right? Await driver dot actions, okay, and move and original performance, okay, and we can wait for after h over. We need to use the 1000 seconds to wait it, okay. Once it is wait, and we can use for inner, or you can able to use the title of this. Okay, title also one kind of attribute. Okay, title also one kind of attribute. We can able to use that h over functionality and to identify that. Okay, now the last time we told that inner is by default they are mentioned, right? Whether here also inner tool is presented or not, we can see. Okay, and we are going to print by using that inner option only. Okay, if it is not possible, then we can able to take that h over button have some titles will come. Okay, from that particular title whether we are able to see that button attribute value or not. Okay, now again I'm running. See here both the U, H over and the button twice it is coming because inner is working for one particular location. Tool tip text is there, right, in that particular place. That inner text only it is coming. Okay. Now that tooltip inner is not our expected value. Then we can use for another format, that is button dot get attribute. Okay, you can use for any attribute like a title. By default they can use titles. Okay, title, and then you can remove this and pass this value. Here text box tooltip text. Okay, now again I'm running. ch word and here button both. Now this title is not displayed, it is came for empty. Okay, title also it is not coming. Okay, we have to see some other attribute. Oh, if title is not coming, to get that exact value, we need to see. So auto of it is there. Tooltip container. Is the above it is populated, but unfortunately we are not able to get the title of what exactly the value is coming. It's out of h over to me. It's a button text and container. U h over h is small caps, I guess, small letter. We have to use some XPath to identify these elements. Okay, U h over the text field. Okay, we'll see this, at least it will work or not. Okay, driver dot find element by dot xpath. Okay, double forward slash star and braces. Sorry, contains text. Okay, this is the one, and we can identify or not. We'll see. Sometimes we can write some XPath and identify those elements and get it. Sometimes if you move edge overs and all at that moment also it will fail. Okay, now you can see here we got it the part. See, now we are able to get by using for XPath. Okay, we have written the exact value and then we can able to identify. Okay, like this also we can do. Okay, thank you for watching and please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.